Today, I will explain you why you are a brokey. I will give you 8 reasons where you're most likely completely fucking up and why you're in the shit position. And yeah, I do believe that people who are broke nowadays, you are in a shit position. Look, I get it. Money's not important, blah, blah, blah. Look at it like this. If you were making like 2K a month, 3K a month, at least 50 years ago, you could buy a house. You could feed your family. You could have children. At least you could, I guess, not live a slave life like nowadays. Is that what it is you guys want to do? Live a slave life? So listen to this video, stay tight. I will explain you the concepts that help me actually go from 0 to 100K plus months revenue. The number one reason that you are a brokey is because you are a pussy. Yes, I said it. Oh, but Prince called me a pussy. Yes, you are most likely a pussy, and I'll explain you why. Being rich nowadays, it's not like reinventing the wheel. Most people who are not rich nowadays are in that position because they're too afraid of what other people are gonna think of them. They're too afraid of starting that new business. They're too afraid of taking that risk. Guys, in 2021, if you guys know my story, if you watch my YouTube channel, I basically woke up one day and decided I'm gonna travel the entire world to get new mentors, to meet new people, to get new business partners. I started my model agency. I literally traveled to Colombia so I can maybe find people to work with. I relocated to Mexico, learn an entirely new language just so I can further my business. And you're sitting there, probably you've never left your fucking home country or your hometown, and you're just like, oh, but why don't I have a lot of money? Yeah, because you're a fucking pussy. If you want to be rich, you need massive balls. You need to take risks that other people are not willing to take. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to be Mark Zuckerberg. You don't need to be Elon Musk. No. You just have to decide, I'm gonna do X and pull through with it. I see so many people nowadays, so many, and I can just see it in their eyes. They just won't take the risk. It's scary to them. They don't know what awaits them on the other side. Oh, but Prince, what do I do with taxes? Bruh, are you gay? The number one thing that people ask me when it's about time to get rich, and I coach a lot of people, right? I coach people how to make money. I coach people how to build model agency the same way I did. And the question that always comes up for some reason is, but Prince, so what about taxes? I'm like, bro, don't worry about taxes if you don't have the money. And just real quick, I don't pay taxes. I don't believe in paying taxes, and I legally don't pay taxes, okay? So far, you're not obligated to pay taxes if you're a brokey. If you're making 0, you don't owe taxes. If anything, you don't owe taxes until you're making above 11K in most countries. So don't worry about shit that is not here yet. That is a lot of things I get from people. Oh, but what if this happens? Or what if that happens? What do I do in this situation? Bruv, you are not in a situation, don't worry about it. And I bet you there's things that you've thought about trying. You're like, should I do this? Should I take that risk? And it comes with anything. Should I talk to this bitch? Should I tell my parents to fuck off? They want to send me to college, but I don't want to go to college. I think I could do something better with my life if I just tried this one business, tried this new thing. Now, I don't condone just leaving college if you have nothing. At least have a job, at least have some type of income. You gotta understand, guys, college and having this safe income, it's effectively a drug. You understand that? They are drugging you and they are making sure that you just stay in your place. Nice little safe paycheck so you feel comfortable and so you never take the risk. Being in a job means they're paying you to not take your own risk because I'm taking the risk. If something happens with the business, I'm probably the first person who's fucked because I'm always gonna pay my employees. But in return, I get most of the cash. Does it make sense? So yeah, don't be a fucking pussy. And that brings me straight to number 2. The second reason why you are a fucking brokey, sir, is because you don't try a lot of businesses out. I had this one guy. He might be watching this video. He literally told me, Prince, I need this great idea. I need to have this grand idea that's gonna make me at least $100 million. Sell the company for $100 million. If it ain't making at least millions of dollars, I'm not interested. And that's where most of you guys go wrong. Making 10K a month is nothing special. If anything, you can make 10K a month with basically everything. Let me explain. Let's take dropshipping. Do you think there's someone on this planet making more than 10K a month dropshipping? Probably yes. Do you think there's anyone in the world making 10K a month copywriting? Probably yes. Do you think there's anyone in the world that's making 10K a month posting on Instagram, posting memes, has a meme page? Probably yes. Usually what happens is you need to be in the business and you need to go far ahead until you really understand everything is going on. It might also have to kind of suit your personality. If you're not a tech dork, don't do techie businesses. If you're not a very charismatic guy, maybe you shouldn't be talking to the camera for a living. Now you can always try though. This is what I mean. You have to try try multiple businesses. When I first started out and I wanted to make money, I was like 16 years old. I first started selling shoes. I tried selling sneakers. A lot of people started that way. I mean, I guess it had some issues, it didn't work, blah, blah. I remember I would order 10 pairs of fake Nikes from Alibaba to Austria to try to sell them on eBay. Didn't work. The shoes are literally still in my place back home in Austria. I never sold them. I remember I tried drop shipping. I actually made some good money with it, but then the election came around, Facebook got ultra strict, my ad account got banned, I didn't have enough money sitting around so I can restart the ads, so I gave that up. I remember I did email marketing. I was watching videos from Robert Kiyosaki. How do I do email marketing? I tried that. I tried stock trading, lost $1,000, just real quick. It was such a funny story because I had $1,000 and I was basically telling my mom, hey, I need $1,000 for school, etc. And I'll just use the money and invest in stocks. I bought a Tesla stock options. I didn't even know what fucking options are. I just heard you can multiply the money. The stock option goes up and I'm like, shit, I'm doing really good. And then it just drops and I lose all of it. But in Robinhood, there was this little trick that you could do. You could basically say, hey, I'm sending $1,000, but give me the money beforehand. So then I didn't have the money. I took the money Robinhood gave me because I thought I was gonna send $1,000, put into Tesla stock again, but then it went up and I was break even. But I was like, this shit doesn't work. I don't know, a lot losing money. Let me quit with that. Then I tried crypto. With crypto, I actually made $300,000. Now, you can already see how many times I actually tried, failed. At some point, I thought I would never make it, but I just kept on going. And I tried the model agency, and that's where I really hit it off. And even with the model agency, I try things this way, then I try things that way, then I try a variation of this, then I try a business that's a little bit niche down in that industry. Always trying until something works. And most of you guys will never do that. And it kind of ties to you being pussy because you're like, oh, it doesn't work. Let me just go back to my regular job and get my salary. Bro, I would never ever do that. You need to keep trying. Reason number 3 why you are a fucking broke is you don't engage in long-term gratification. So in life, there's 2 things. There's short-term gratification, then there's long-term gratification. When is the last thing? And I don't even know if you've done anything great in life. I don't even know. Have you ever tried for a long period of time to achieve greatness? When's the last time you've done something amazing and it just took a short period of time? Just real quick. There's this thing that I always joke with my business partners about. It's this concept of like, I'm just gonna get rich real quick. A lot of people actually believe that. Now you can get rich real quick, but even that takes preparation. You just gotta be in it for the long haul. If I get a 6-pack, if I'm training and I'm this buff, do you think that took 1 month to build? Even me as like elite BBC genetics, blessed from Africa, blessed from my ancestors, blessed from God directly, even amongst Africa, and I have one of the most elite genetics on this fucking planet. I can literally just go into the gym for 2 months and I'll come out 3 kilos heavier with pure muscle. So what makes you believe that you're gonna do it real quick? A lot of you guys, you failed the marshmallow test. The marshmallow test is, do you want 1 marshmallow now, or do you want to wait 10 minutes and get 5 marshmallows? Most of you niggas, you want the marshmallow now, and that's where you fucking fail. Because everything in life, you need to always look at, if I keep doing this for the next 6 months or 1 year, will I be better off? Instead of thinking, I'm just in it for 1 week, and if it doesn't work, oh, I'm sad, I'm gonna cry. That's the problem with most people nowadays. They want things quick. They want things now. If they don't get it instantly, instant gratification, they're like, nah, it doesn't work, I can't keep on going. Bro, if you go to the gym today, you will see no difference in the mirror. You will see 0 difference in a week from now. This shit will literally take at least 1 or 2 months until you see an actual difference. The same with financials, the same with money. You need to be able to sit down and be like, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna try my best for a long period of time without giving up. This might take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I told my friend, I remember this was in 2016, I believe, and I told him, you know what's hilarious? We go to school for like 8 years, primary school and then high school. High school is like 8 years, right? Primary school, let's say 4 years. So you basically have basic education 12 years. Imagine we tried for 12 years to get rich. Don't you think we would have at least above average income? So stay in it for the long haul. That is extremely important. Never ever give up. You need to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. I don't care if it takes 1 year. I don't care if it takes 2 years. I don't care if it takes 3 years. I don't care if it takes a fucking decade. If you start with 20 years old and it takes you a decade to become a millionaire, yeah, you're gonna be 30 years old. You might have a 6-pack. You'll be still young and you'll be a fucking millionaire. Doesn't sound like a bad deal to me. So reason number 4 why you are probably broke is because you don't work systematic. Guys, I always say this. If you want want to be successful, you need to have a plan. Most of y'all have goals. A goal is great. Oh, I want to have $10 million in the bank. Cool. What is the plan? You literally do this. After the video, do exactly this. Go here, take a piece of paper, and then write down exactly how you believe, how you plan to get rich. Do a 10-step plan. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and then at least every week or so, look at that plan, see how it's going, think about, did I follow it? Did something not work? Did I need to change something? And then rewrite the plan. It might also say the same. And then you work systematically. You stay observant. What did I do? What can I change? Why did X thing not work? What could be the reason why I made less money? Why I made more money? What could be the reason why maybe this industry isn't the best fit, or maybe I have to change something a little bit? How are the numbers looking? How did I approach doing the marketing at this point in time? You gotta work systematically, guys. If you're chaotic in your brain, you will never ever succeed. The best advice I gave someone real quick was don't only write down your 10-step plan, but every single day that you wake up, start noting down what you're actually doing to achieve X goal. Like a diary. For example, I have a training book. Every time I train, I write down what did I do, and then I put notes, and then I write down in the notes what I think I could have done better, what worked well, or what I might have to change. So I can actually look back and see, I did this on X day. I did that on X day. This shit didn't work on this day. This is how you gotta work, guys. Anything else is fucking bullshit. You need to work systematically. You need to know what you're doing at every point of the time. You need to have a plan. You need to follow the plan exact. You need to execute the plan. If you're not doing that, if you don't think in that way, you will stay a brokey. Reason number 5 why you're probably a brokey, this is a big thing, guys, is you don't have a mentor. What changed for me dramatically, literally, if you took a chart, and then when I started becoming successful, that was in 2020, 2021, whoop, I went from 0 to 100K a month. Why? Because I got myself a mentor. I literally was willing to pay people for advice. Now, I'm gonna have people in the comments, Prince, pay for advice? I'll never do that. Yeah, because you're a brokey. Why do you think that all the people that are actually rich and have money, they'll all say the same thing, I invested in myself? What do you think that means, bruv? They just put money into their fucking ass? No, what they mean with that is they invested money into learning skills that can make them money. If I try to learn something today, I would just literally find someone who's really great in that area. I'd be like, hey bro, can you please teach me X? I'm gonna give you 3K. Please tell me everything you fucking know about. Make sure that guys with verifiable results. Best if someone is vouching for him, and he needs to also kind of look like a guy who's willing to help. Hop on a phone call with him, see how he is, see how his attitude is. If people vouch for him and he has verifiable results and is willing to help you, yeah, you should spend that fucking money. And even if it's a scam, guys, you have to understand it. 1K is nothing. It might be something to you because you're broke, but in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. Think about it. The average guy makes 30K a year. This Rolex costs 25 grand. You guys operate at the bottom. That's why you think like people at the bottom. 2K is too close to 0. Think about like $1 million and then where 1K is in that scale. You're trying to get to $1 million and then you're worried about like what's happening here. You need to think the big picture. I'm like, if this guy could help me, even if it's just a 50-50 chance, I'm still willing to take that chance. Because if I keep taking the shot multiple times, there's just gonna be this one time where it pays off massive. I'm not saying give your money to scammers. I'm not saying waste your money. If you have an opportunity, if you think, this might help me, this looks legit, and you really do research into it, and there's something that you can learn from this, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and go to that seminar. Go ahead, get that mentor who everyone knows is the best in that field and who charges for the coach. If you want to be great at track and field, do you think you can do that without a coach? You have to pay a coach. If you want to be the best basketball on the planet, you have to pay a coach. It's just about finding the correct coach. That will make a massive fucking difference. Number 6. You're not consistent. This ties in a little bit with what I said, but most of you guys are not. What makes great things in life isn't like the massive action you take, guys. It's just about showing up. If you go to the gym once a month and give 100% effort, nothing can happen. But if you go to the gym every single day and give 40% effort, 50% effort, you would still massively outperform every single person out there, bro. So every time you want to be great in life, think about what are the small steps I can take each and every single day to ensure inevitability and to ensure that I will for sure be rich or be great or be jacked or be great woman. Let's take women as an example. Every single day, I'm gonna try to talk to at least one bitch. That's 30 in a month. That's 60 in 2 months. In 1 year, that's 30 times 12. Do you understand? You're talking to hundreds of girls. You don't think it would get better? Instead of just going out one weekend and talking to like 50 or trying to, just every day, small action every single day. That is how you need to change your mind. Also when it comes to business. Another example I give guys, most guys who are brokies, They don't understand how small action can also work against them. There's a lot of guys, you know, for example, they'll buy cigarettes and smoke cigarettes. I don't know if you guys still smoke cigarettes, but it's a big thing in Europe. People like to smoke cigarettes. Let's say a pack costs like $10 and you buy 2 packs every day. And let's say you have a broken income of like 2K a month, 2K euros a month, and you're buying fucking 20 years of pack every single day. Now let's do the math. 20 times 30 for 30 days in a month, that's $600. That's $600 you could have invested into yourself. Do you understand? Or people will say, oh, I can't invest in that thing for myself. That's too much money. But then every day you just go out breakfasting and it costs like $10, $15 or euros, whatever. And you spend like $600, $700, $800 in that a month because just add up, add up, add up, add up. It's the little things that will add up that will destroy you. And you can also flip it. It's the little things that you do every day that can make you win. If you wake up every day and at least you decide, let me just research at least an hour or 2 a day on what I can do, what new business I can try, you'll be so massively ahead. Because most people work in bursts. They just get like random motivation, like, oh yeah, let me put in a bunch of fucking work. They do that maybe for like 2 days and then it's stop. But if they did less, now if you're doing more and that consistently, you're gonna be a monster. But even if you do less and that every single day, boop, 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 you will massively outperform everything. And you guys know what I'm talking about because you need to look at your own life and identify. Remember what I said about being systematic. Identify how you're gonna do it, have your 10-step plan, write down every day how you're gonna achieve that plan, what you're doing, so you have almost a diary, and then check what on the list am I doing that is consistently working against me, what am I doing on the list that's consistently working for me. I had this one guy, I'll be like, yo, so what did you do today? I spoke 2 hours with my friends, I played 1 hour on the PlayStation, I learned Spanish for 1 hour, and then I was back to watching TV for 2 hours. I'm like, bro, that is not how you're gonna win. Do you see like you talking with your friends all the time, you're watching TV play? That's like consistent shit. That's gonna add up to hundreds, if not thousands of hours after years. Think about that. So always do consistent action every day. You go to the gym, you research on YouTube, what can I do to improve myself? Maybe you read a book on financial education. Maybe you talk to 1 girl or 2 girls to improve your social dynamic. And you do that every single day. All of a sudden, 3 years later, you can talk to females, you're attractive, understand a lot about economy, you know, you've already decided, okay, I'm gonna do this business and I'm working on it every single day I'm working on it. You know, I'm jacked because I've been working out every single day. That's how it works, guys. That's how it works. The 7th reason why you guys are brokies is because you're not financially educated. I asked this one guy, give me like one financial rule you should follow. He's like, I don't know. People are like, why am I in the situation I'm in? But it's just not even the basics are there. Let me give you a few financial rules that I follow. I don't spend more than 20% of my income. If I make 10K, let's say even today, I will not spend more than 2. If I make 50K profits this month, I will not spend more than 10K. Even if I make 200 grand a month, that would basically put my allowable expenditure at 40K. I'm not gonna spend 200K. Are you stupid? Why would I? Bruv, it's simple fucking math. If you wanna be rich, you make more and you spend less. Even if you are only making 2K a month, broke income, but you never spent more than 20%, somehow you managed to. Let's say you move to Thailand and you live completely below your means. You're only spending $400 a month while you're making 2K somehow with some online remote job. You would still, after 3, 4, or 5 years, have way more money than everyone. Consistent action, spending less than you make, and you're financially educated, you know how you should do that. Now, another rule, for example, that I follow is 20% I spend, 50% I invest, and 30% I save. Have you ever even remotely applied that to your life? You could even just do, okay, I invest 50% of what I make, I save and invest 50% of what I make, and then I spend 50% of what I make. So if I'm making 2K a month, I'll make sure I'm investing at least 1K a month into something, and 1K I can spend. Do you know how the economy works? Do you know how stocks work? Do you know what stock options are? Do you know what dividends are? Do you understand Bitcoin? Do you know what crypto is? Do you know what staking is? Do you know what supply chains are? Do you know how the Fed works? Do you know what printing money does to the economy? Do you know how the politicians influence the economy? Do you know how America with the dollar reserve influences other currencies? Do you understand how energy, how oil influence the economy? You don't know shit about all that, and that's why you don't make money. So after this fucking video, go to YouTube and start your financial education. Watch Robert Kiyosaki, myself, try to understand how stocks work, how crypto work, how Bitcoin works, how the economy works in general, how banks work, where all the money comes from, what fiat currency is, why gold is so important. Watch all of that. You will thank me. The last thing on the list, number 8, is that you guys do not invest your money. You have to understand the power of investment. And investing is such a great thing because it kind of ties in with a lot of the things I just said in this video. If you're educated and you're not spending more than 20% of what you make, you're being consistent and you have a long-term plan and you don't do short-term gratification, you do long-term gratification. If you would have invested just $20 a day, let's say in the last 5 years, you would have put in $20 a day into Bitcoin, you would have a shit ton. If you would have put that into Solana or Ethereum, you would have a shit ton of fucking money. Even as a brokey, if you're making 2K a month, if you put in at least 1K every single month into the S&P 500, do you guys even know what I'm talking about? Do you even know what the fucking S&P 500 is? That's fucking stocks. 500 main companies in the United States, the S&P 500. If you put that in every single month at a normal job, you would most likely become a millionaire within the next 20 or 30 years. It would be slow, but you would get there. But most people don't want to do that because they don't have a plan, they don't understand financial education, they spend the money on liabilities, not on assets, they don't have a long-term plan, they don't know how investing works, they don't know what dollar cost averaging is, they don't know that they should put in a little bit of money every single week. Guys, I literally put in 5 figures every single week into crypto. Boom, 10K, boom, 10K, boom, 10K. How do you think I made so much money in crypto? So the number one way on how to actually become wealthy is to invest all the money you make after you, for example, start your business. I'm gonna give you a quick game plan to summarize everything. So it's the basics, never give up, stay consistent, try new businesses, don't be a pussy. And then let's say you find a mentor, you pay him money, and then you start your business, try multiple things out, you stay focused, you start making 5K a month, 10K a month, you never spent more than 20%. Let's say you're making 10K a month profit, you take 8K of that, you invest it into Bitcoin every single fucking month, or you put it in the S&P 500. You don't spend your money on liabilities or stupid ass shit, and you do that for the next fucking 5 or 10 years, you'll be a multi-millionaire. And that's exactly what I'm doing, but just at a way higher level. I'm not doing that with 10K a month, I'm doing that with 100K a month. So these are the 8 reasons why you're broken. So guys, go through all of that and make sure you're not committing any of these fucking sins I just told you. Because if you are, even just one on the list, yeah, you will stay a fucking broken.